The Anthony Wiener Files have now been unsealed by a court. They were sealed back in September of 2016 and expect the details on those files to come to light eventually. It will break eventually. I'm not giving timelines. We've all seen dates come and go. It gets people all excited one way and then they swing the other when the dates go missing. Just know it's being dealt with. People should also, and I think most in the alternative media do, they realise them for what they are. The so-called stars, films, actors, actresses, musicians. They're all being used as frontline puppets now to create a narrative and distract attention. Peter Fonda, the latest, along with a number of others that have opened their mouths far too wide, put their own feet even. And what's happened is their small bubble world has been rippled to full effect and they can't handle it. And they're doing everything to change the narrative. It won't work. The masks of illusion are coming down a lot quicker now. We did warn about this. It would happen back in late 2016, was it? But people will now start to see them for who and what they are. And say it your own words to describe those people. Some of them are victims where they've been rolled into programs. But if you're going to sell your soul for fame and wealth and so-called stardom, then I'm sorry, you deserve all you get. Now, there's been a lot of furore over children being separated from parents, the immigrant crisis, as it's so called, mainly from politicians with a vested interest and portal people. For those who are new to the show, that's newsreaders. They're called portal people because the news comes from a different world from certainly the one I'm in. So that's the description. Newsreaders are portal people. But it's funny how they are selective in what they want to bring up. That Trump and the Republicans are separating poor children from their poor parents. And yet, I don't recall about them covering about certain politicians separating the skin off a child's face while still alive. Do you? Because then if we did, we'd have an actual real story and not the BS that they're spouting. I'm just glad I don't watch it because I'd probably end up smashing the TV. But portal people to me are the most vacuous, cretinous scumbags ever. They're not even cabal. You know, I've said this before. The cabal have a plan. We don't agree with it. But they at least have a plan. What's the portal people's plan? Does anyone know? And to me, the alternative media should rise en masse and force these people off air altogether. Force them off the internet, force them out of our communities and into jail for treason against humanity. They're just a collection of cloned script readers. They bring a guest on, what do? They interrupt the narrative the minute the guest says anything that's in our world and not their world. They interrupt or get rude or cut them off. We don't need their version of the other world news that they coexist in. Run them out of town altogether. Bombard their Twitters. Make them uncomfortable. They've made our lives uncomfortable. They've put most Americans in complete fear for the last 50, 60 years. Russians are coming, Muslims are coming, African killer bees are coming, you name it. Giant mosquitoes. They've come up with all kinds. Gentle wind turns into catastrophic category 56 hurricane. You've all heard them. These people are goons. Run them out of town altogether. You don't have to use violence. I must stress that. We don't have to. We don't need or have to do the things their way, like they do. And you can add talk show hosts into that mix as well in the main. But the question I'm going to leave you all with, what if the children in the immigrant crisis don't belong to the parents? Question 2. What if some of the parents are mercenaries?